guys, so in today's lesson we're going to talk about the anatomy of a habit. What are the four main components of a habit, and how do we set those habits up so that we have all four components and the habit will actually stick? Let's dive into it. So all habits have four main components. The first is a cue, the second is the craving, the third is the response, and then the fourth is the reward. Now, within each of these, there's some things to understand. So let's go dive into a cue. A cue is a trigger. It's the thing that initiates the habit, and when your brain gets the cue, what it's really looking for is the reward at the end. Now, your brain is constantly scanning your environment, looking for these cues in your life. These cues can be anything. It can be an alarm on your phone, it can be a text notification, or what is really effective is to have your cue be the end of another habit. That's called habit stacking. So this would be like, you want to make a habit of flossing. So at the very end of brushing your teeth, you do your flossing. That is habit stacking. Now, cues are really important and to set up when you're trying to start a new habit, because this is what's going to initiate the habit. Now, step number 2 is the craving. The craving is the motivation behind the actual habit itself. So when you get that cue, you're going to be motivated to take action. Now, it's important to realize here that the motivation itself, the craving itself, is not for the habit that you're doing, but it's for the reward at the end. It's for that state change that we're going to talk about in a second. The next part of the habit is the response. So the response is the action that you're actually taking. It's the actual habit that you want to perform. So this could be going through your workout, it could be flossing your teeth, it could be all kinds of different things, but the important thing to realize here is that this is the goal. This is what we're trying to achieve. So that's the response. The last piece of it is the reward, and this is really what your brain is craving when you have that initial cue, and this is how you cement through positive reinforcement the actual doing of the habit in your brain. This is what's going to make the habit last over time. Now, a reward doesn't have to be just like a monetary reward. It doesn't have to be something that you get like a piece of candy or something like that. It can often be just a state change. It can be a mental state change. And what that means is that it can be a feeling of accomplishment. It can be feeling very proud of yourself. It can be feeling really happy in the moment. So with a lot of really basic habits, what you can do is just use the reward of reflecting on that accomplishment that you just did, reflecting on how good it was that you completed that habit for the day, how you feel in your body, how great it feels to have worked out, for example, or tracking things over time. So as you track your habit and it gets longer and longer that you haven't broken the chain of actually doing that habit, you can look back on it and reflect and be like, wow, that was really great. I can't believe that I've been keeping up with my workouts for 7 days straight, and that reflection is its own reward, and it makes it less likely to break that habit in the future. And that's what, again, is going to be positive reinforcement in your brain, helping you keep up with that habit day in and day out. So these are the four components of the habit loop, which is what all habits follow, and it's what we're going to be focusing on as far as how to build the habits of working out and good nutrition into your life, helping those to cement and helping you to stick with them over time.